Hello, hello. I'm out of storage. I guess I didn't pay for my StreamYards. Hey, what is going on? What's up, Eric? How you doing, CCK? I don't know. I guess I'm out of storage. That's weird. I didn't re-up my StreamYards for the year. I forgot how much it cost even. I guess the year is up. The year is up. How is everybody on this lovely cold day? Let me unplug myself here. Hope everybody's doing well. All 7 of the people. There's like, oh, that's so weird. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? Gladys, CCK, Narnie, Shannon. Shannon is censored. She changed it. She was uncensored. Now she is censored. YouTube is censoring people really bad. Yo, sweet Melissa. Oh my God. I've been wanting to see you. There's another sweet Melissa in the hood. So you're gonna have to like change your name to like sweeter Melissa or OG sweet Melissa. Yeah. I was like, hey, who's that? I know it's not a clone account because it's a totally different picture. I've been seeing a lot of that. Hello, hello. Language of horses. Hallelujah. Is that how you say? No, Tallulah. Liquid Sunshine. Hey, Liquid Sunshine. I've been waiting to see you too because I want to clear something up because there's been a lot of like, and I guess this just happens, it's like a big giant game of telephone here on YouTube, right? And there's been a lot of misinformation, and I'm really, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of a stickler for facts, like, and being accurate about things. When you contacted Diane years ago, right? It's been like 2 years now, about the whole situation in NOLA and wanting to clear your name from that situation. You did not lose your job, right? You didn't lose your job. You didn't lose your security clearance, but that was a concern of yours, that it was a potential that you could lose your security clearance, right? Because a lot of people have been saying that you lost your job. And I want to know if either I'm misunderstanding or remembering incorrectly, or, I just want to be fair, to everybody. So, hey, Sunflower Barbie, I like your picture. So yes, sweet Melissa. So that is Tiffany, who was, blamed unfairly, drugged through the mud. And you know why she denied that last night? I heard, and I was watching Vinny G's. I think he was streaming her live, and she, proclaimed that she never blamed Tiffany, and that's just simply not true. I mean, she not only blamed Tiffany, but completely, tried to destroy her character, to the point where I even was shocked when I met Tiffany and actually saw her and had a conversation with her, because she just wasn't what I was expecting to see given the circumstances. So, I was like, oh, she's like a totally not dirtbag person, like the way she was being, explained to everybody. So I want to put the right information out there. If it's, did you lose your job? Did you not lose your job? I do remember you telling me that you were like thinking of going for maybe like a promotion or something to that effect, and you were concerned that this was gonna possibly affect that, when they go to do a background check on you to, get higher security clearance or something. Like, that's the way I remember it, but I could be wrong too at the same time. I don't remember every little thing that happened. Correct. I didn't. Okay, here, I'm going to put this up here. I didn't lose my job security clearance. I'm medically retired due to my permanent and total VA disability. Okay. All right. So just to put that out there, okay? Because I like to be fair and put out accurate information, even if it's against, somebody I don't care for. That situation could have totally, potentially, had you stayed, in your position and you didn't retire, you could have definitely, it could have been affected. All right. So I just wanted to put out the right information, because I keep hearing people like repeating this bit of information that's just not true, and it's, to be fair to everybody in the situation, I hate that you're connected to that. I really do, because it's like more and more people are getting involved in this situation, right? And so, we have people coming from outside of the community now coming in, and they're just learning about these things. And it just breaks my heart that like your face keeps getting put on these videos time and time again, when it's like, you shouldn't have to even be associated with this. Like, I just hate that you're associated with it, I guess, is what I'm saying. It was a mistake. It was a one night thing, for her. Hey, Andy, thank you. Yes, super chat. I turned back on. I didn't know it was off. MGL said Tiffany was a fan. Okay, let's clear that up. Gemma, she was. She followed her. Tiffany was, as I remember it, and Tiffany could correct me if I'm wrong here. Tiffany was a fan, I guess you could call it, right? She followed her. She followed her on YouTube, and she was already going somewhere in that direction. She just happened to be having a meet and greet. So Tiffany said, "Hey, on my way, back from wherever it was that she was going, I forget exactly where it was. I don't know if she was going to visit family or something in a, area close by. She said, "Hey, I'm just going to stop in NOLA on the way back." And, she was having a meet and greet. And yeah, it was just they didn't know each other. They'd never spoken before, nothing like that. And I guess when she showed up, she was one of the only people that showed up. And so that's how I remember her telling me the story when she originally came forward and like wanted to fix these things. And Tiffany was so humble about it, the whole situation, because like she admitted that she didn't even remember, the night they drank a lot, but she knew that she didn't do anything wrong. And unfortunately, she's the one who got stuck with the charge. And then, not only that, not only did she get stuck through the charge, and to give everybody the benefit of the doubt in the situation, maybe, they were both that drunk. I don't know. I've only gotten blackout drunk one time in my whole entire life, where I seriously do not remember, like what happened. I've never gotten that drunk before, but I know that it happens to a lot of people, and it's possible. And I've always said this, that both of them could have gotten that fucked up, and whatever. But neither one of them seemed to have any recollection of the night, although Marissa had a whole story that, entailed Tiffany stealing money. And I don't know if she was going based off of what happened the next day in court, because the reason Tiffany took the charge in that situation was because, and you guys could see it on the video, when the cops came, Tiffany was the one in possession of the money. And that's why she got the charge, because she had possession of the money. So meanwhile, she's not the one who took it. And to me, they should have looked at the security footage, because you could clearly see her taking it and handing it to Tiffany. So it's like, and you can see Tiffany's poor Tiffany's face. She's like, "What the hell? Like what's going on here?" They were both looked a little confused about what was happening. And, to again, try to be fair, I don't know if she went in there to steal the money, or if she went in there to thinking, "Oh shit, thanks, Hummingbird." God damn, you guys are so sweet. Thank you, Hummingbird. That's crazy. Thank you. I don't know if she went in there maybe thinking it was her own bag. Like, I don't know. I wasn't there. Nobody was there that night. Hey, Ditterbug. Hey, Doodle Brown. Ben's in the house. Just to be fair, like nobody was there. We saw the footage, but I don't know, whatever it was. I just hate that Tiffany's got to be connected to this for the rest of her life. It's like that one night you just make a bad decision that follows you for the rest of your fucking life. Like, and this one's like, it sucks because it's all over the fucking internet. I posted part of the video, but I blurred her face out. Because I was like, this poor woman doesn't even, she shouldn't even like, I seriously incline anybody who's going to show that footage, please blur Tiffany's face out if you can, just out of respect. This woman doesn't want to be a YouTube star. She doesn't want to be connected to this. And she does. That's right. I remember. And Tiffany, I remember you telling me the story when we first connected. It sucks. It sucks that you're connected to this. It sucks. And I feel so sorry like about it, the whole situation. Because nobody wants to have to relive a horrible moment in their life over and over and over again. especially an innocent person who, isn't on here seeking fame. She's a subscriber. She's not here. She doesn't have a channel, not looking to be famous. And it just like, it breaks my heart when people are getting a hold of this footage and then putting her face out there, because it's like, it's really not fair to her. She's not, she doesn't want to, she just wants to move past it. People have to think about that. I understand you're trying to, expose one person, but in the process, you're, putting another person out there who doesn't want to really be out there like that. Hey, frustrated lurker. So my heart goes out to you, Tiffany, because I would not want to be in that situation. It's like everybody has in their lives, a night or something that just was a mistake and shit happens. And it's like, you have to now, I mean, look, I have shit that happened on here that was a mistake, right? That was happened on accident. And there's people that just are more fucking interested in it than I am. I don't care about it. It happened, whatever. But they're going to try to use it and throw it in my face every chance they get. And it's just like, whatever, dude. You want to, like, I don't know why you care more than I do about it. But hey, to each their own. It is what it is. We're all naked under our clothes, right? Every single one of us. It is what it is. Like, what am I supposed to do? I can't change it. I can't take it back, so I just like, that's how I deal with things. Is just, I deal with them. That's it. I have to just deal with it. It's part of my life. It happened. It sucks. But what are you going to do? Life goes on. I'll be okay. I'll be fine. Hey, baddie. Romad. Ben's in the house. Dana, haven't seen you around. I've never heard that word. Well, naked. I've never heard that word. Well, we are, right? Aren't we essentially like, we all come into this world naked, right? We're all naked under our clothes. Birthday suit. It's like, what the fuck ever, dude? Like, they want to like keep throwing that in my face as if like I care. I'm like, whatever, dude. It was a fucking accident. Like, and listen, it could have been a lot worse. I would rather that happen to me than like I'm on the toilet and I accidentally did that. I would. So, it could have been like, that's how I try to look at things in life. Things could be worse. She can lie all she wants about that night, but I don't lie about my service. No, Tiffany, when she came forward, she came prepared. Like, first of all, like I said, I was shocked when you reached out to me, Tiffany, because I really thought, not that I believed her, because I don't want to say that, but it's like, it's kind of that brainwashing thing, I guess, that happens. That's like, if you hear something enough, you almost just start to believe it, right? If you hear the same thing repeated over and over again, that you just actually start believing it, So I had no idea what you looked like, none of that. And then all of a sudden I see this beautiful girl, okay, in front of me, because she cammed right up. I knew that was the first thing that let me know that this girl was not who she was trying to portray her to be, because I mean, right away she cammed up. She cammed up for us. And I was like, okay, this girl means business. Like, she's showing us who she is. You know what I'm saying? She's in a beautiful house. You have a beautiful home, Tiffany. I mean, I remember looking at your, I think you were in your bedroom maybe. And I'm like, wow, you have a beautiful molding in your house, which I know is expensive. And you have like, your ceiling has a little kind of recess, I think, or something. I don't know if you still live in the same home, but at the time. And I'm like, oh my God, like, this girl is not what, and she brought her proof, man. Like, she came with receipts. And then she cleared her name, and rightfully so. I mean, that's horrible. I couldn't even imagine being in a situation like that. Well, I can, because people have done, they do that. They do that shit. They'll take something and, it's not true. And they'll just keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. Like right now, there's, things that people say that aren't true about me. I'm like, oh, whatever, dude. Like, whatever. It's like they want it to be true, so they just keep pushing and pushing and pushing the narrative. But I just can't imagine being in that situation where it's like, you're not even on here as a YouTuber. You came, just to come see somebody one night thinking, oh, I'm going to meet this, person that was on Wife Swap or whatever. And who has a, decent sized channel on YouTube, and just have fun. and it turned into a fucking nightmare. And then not only was that a nightmare, but like, look, here it is. How many years later would that happened in 2019? And you're still dealing with it because, new people are coming around and, there's just so many antics and people want to understand what's going on. And I mean, it's just, it's terrible. I would love to interview the judge from NOLA after he was provided with the facts. Well, that's the thing, though, KB Bells. He obviously wasn't provided. To be quite honest with you, it seemed to me like it was a money-making scheme. They're just trying to arrest people so they can, hit them up with some fines and get them in and out of court. Because if they would have looked at the evidence, then they would have known that Tiffany was innocent. Because she was 100% innocent. I mean, it's still, I'm pretty sure the whole thing's still up on Diane's channel. So I couldn't believe all the lying she did. It was hard for me to trust, but after watching your channel, I can trust you to help me get to the bottom of this. Oh, you don't have to be grateful, Liquid Sunshine. You don't have to be. I really didn't do anything. I just kind of passed your, story along to Diane. You asked me to, and when people say, I know you guys know I'm not like a big Diane fan, but when people do say that Diane never helped people, she did because she helped Tiffany. I didn't do anything in that situation, to be quite honest with you. Diane handled most of it on her end. I really just kind of put them in contact with one another. And then I believe it was Alicia who got the footage for that. Or I don't know. I don't remember how the footage was. But I'm just happy that you reached out and you were able to clear your name, because that's just like, I can't even imagine like being a subscriber, and just being in that whole situation. I mean, I can relate with some of it, but I can't relate with this, like having to be connected to this crazy fuck it's almost like when you like have like a baby with some psychopath, and then you got to be connected to them for the rest of your life. It's like the same thing, only there's no baby. You're just connected to this psychopath for the rest of your life, which really sucks. Like what if she does like hit it big one day, and this shit's obviously going to follow her wherever she goes. And it's like, Tiffany's got to be, part of that. Like she's along for this ride, like that she doesn't want to be on, You got the FO. Okay. So you got the FOIA request and all the videos. Yes. I can't believe you even were able to get that. That's awesome. I mean, it's awesome, but at the same time, it sucks because now the videos are unfortunately out there. The same thing happened to you. What happened to you, Lara? She's like a case of herpes. I just feel bad for people that get like dragged along, and they're innocent. Like that just sucks. I would hate that. I would just hate it. I got one of those in my life. I don't know nothing about that guy in New York did a book. I don't know nothing about him. I never heard about that person. I never heard about that. If you're talking about the same person I'm thinking of. Kid with a monster psycho. Oh, Clara, I didn't know you had kids. How many kids do you have? Just one? Oh, I feel so bad for people stuck in that. I mean, so that was one of the things that I've been hearing that I feel like just needs to be cleared up. She didn't lose her job and she did not lose her security clearance. That's not, I'm not really sure how that got out there, but that's not what happened. It was the whole potential, because I think at the time she was seeking a promotion or something, and it could have, having that on her record, absolutely could have affected that. But no, she didn't get fired from her job or lose anything. I know it makes this story sound more sensationalized, but that's not what happened. But either way, it doesn't matter. Either way, it sucks for her. Either way. Well, everything about it sucks for her. She's got to deal with that always being there. She's got to deal with, the internet part, which I think is a little bit worse. The video being replayed constantly on here, her face being shown in a moment where she's not in her, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not at your best. Like, that's embarrassing. It just is. Some people don't want to have their fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, personal lives out there. And that's totally understandable. There's just certain people that just don't, they think like, shit, my own husband, he thinks this shit is crazy, and he's right. It is fucking crazy. But Some people are just more private. Yeah, she was put in a really bad position that night, and it's like, who the hell wants that? You don't want that all over the internet, like, because this idiot just can't, act like a normal human and just not be fucking crazy. No, 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 no. Voice for the voiceless. That is not the same Tiffany. I just want to make that clear too. Just make it clear. The Tiffany that has a channel on here is a totally different Tiffany. That's than this Tiffany. This is a totally different person. That's another thing, because I see a lot of people asking that, and they're like, I mean, most of you guys that are in here know this. You guys all know the truth, because a lot of you guys have been around. I would say that the majority of people in here have been around for years. But yeah, that's a different Tiffany. Totally different person. This person doesn't want anything to do with, having a channel or anything like that. But no, yeah, they certainly were racist towards a Jamaican person. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know. Yeah, you're not Tiffany Marie, just to make that clear. Yeah, two different people, completely. Totally different people. Emoji girl. Oh, she's the not evil one. Too many Tiffany's there is. Just like there's so many Mandys. Must have been like a popular name during the early, 80s. I know it was, because I know several Amandas. So yeah. We call the other Tiffany Takashi, or Tiffany. Yes. Yeah, this Tiffany is just amazing. She's a great person. I look at people and I'm like, I look at people like Tiffany and I'm like, I don't know. For me, when I found that person online, it was just so blatantly obvious to me that they were a narcissist or something. You know what I'm saying? It was just so fucking blatantly obvious. Like, it was almost like I turned her channel on and there was neon signs pointing to her saying narcissist. But for other people, and I think for me, the reason why that was is because I had just gotten done, I was doing my series, but I had just gotten done really researching narcissists. I had never heard the term before in my life. I think it's way overused nowadays, because not everybody's a narcissist. A lot of people could have narcissistic tendencies. We all do, at some points in our lives, but there's people that, certain people that use it for fucking every person that they don't like. Oh, they're a narcissist. They're a narcissist. No, not everybody's a narcissist. Boo boo. Some people might be more narcissistic. And then there's another level where there's a disorder called narcissistic personality disorder. And that's what I was reading about. That's what I learned about because of a situation in my own life, and that's why I guess I was able to recognize it when I saw it. I was like, oh shit, this person hits every fucking hallmark on that list. Every fucking one of them. Like the grandiosity, all of it. So I don't know, I guess I was just able to recognize it. Had I not done all that reading and research and, watching all these videos and reading books even, and all this shit, articles and whatever, I wouldn't have known, I might have known, okay, I might have sensed like there's something off here, but I don't know if I would have known what it was, because not only did I read about narcissists and how they behave, but also how to deal with them, because I had to deal with one. I feel in my life. I don't know if this person's diagnosed, I can't diagnose anybody, obviously, but it's helpful, to read this kind of stuff just to understand, even if the person's not diagnosed, but they have a lot of the qualities, it just teaches you how to basically deal with difficult personality types like that. And so I just stayed away, and I see a lot of people. This is the part that's like the craziest to me, is because like once you know in your head that somebody is that way, and then you see other people falling for it, or people that know but still think that there's some type of chance that they're going to be able to like change that behavior, like you don't understand it. Then you don't fully understand what a narcissist is, because a narcissist is somebody that's just almost impossible to deal with, which means that you just need to avoid them if you can at all costs. There's some situations in life where you can't not deal with them. Like, if you're married to one, or if you co-parenting with one, or, your boss is a narcissist or a coworker, there's certain, your parent, there's certain situations where you kind of have no choice. But if there's a choice there and and you recognize the traits in the person, you need to know that there's nothing you can do to change that person. You're never going to change their behavior. You're not going to help them. You're not going to instill, a sense of empathy in them. That's just not going to happen. That's just not how it works. And you have to understand that. As hard as it is, you just have to understand it. Susan, the thing is with social media, it's like a magnet for narcissists, because they get all the attention that they want, because that's one of the things that they thrive on is attention from people. Whether it's good or bad, they don't care. A true narcissist doesn't care whether it's good or bad. So, they're going to take any type of attention because the attention is what keeps them relevant. It keeps people talking about them. It keeps their numbers up. It keeps their views up. It puts money in their pockets. So, they don't care. They don't care if it's good attention, bad attention. It doesn't matter. Now, do they care about the criticism? Of course they do, because they're very insecure people, but they still, enjoy the attention that they get. So, YouTube and places like this, it's like, that's why there's so many. It seems like there's so many on here, is because social media is the perfect place for them to come and get narcissistic supply. That's exactly what they're here for. They want all the adoration from people and, people talking about them. It's their fuel, so it's what keeps them going. So, I mean, of course, we're going to come across a lot of those people, those types of personalities here. There's a new one in town, there's a new one in town now that's overtly narcissistic to me. And I'm like, holy shit, we're in the same, situation here where it's like people just, there's going to be people that are fooled by it and just don't understand it. And those people are either narcissists themselves or they're just completely uneducated on that, on that personality type. They're just uneducated about it, because I never fucking heard of it until a couple of years ago. I never heard of such a thing. I'm like, what? A narcissist? Like, I've heard of narcissism, but I always just thought it was, somebody who's like in love with themselves, who looks in the mirror a lot, somebody like that. Because I've known plenty of people like that in my life, but this is different. This is a personality disorder. You have to treat the person as if they have a mental disorder, because the people will never change. Exactly. It's always somebody else's fault. They don't take responsibility. If they do take responsibility, there's always a reason for it. It's never true. It's not, they'll take responsibility for certain things if they know that they could gain something from it, but they're never going to take true responsibility for their shitty behavior. Hey, Long Island girl, I don't think I've ever met a true narc. You definitely have, Ems. You probably just don't know it. You probably just don't know it. I definitely had one come into my life, dude, and just destroy my fucking family. And that's the only reason I started reading about it, because every time I tried to understand the behavior that was going on, it led me to that direction. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, wow, this makes total fucking sense. This makes total sense now. Everything makes sense. Very calculated and can make you feel crazy. Yes, they can. They're very good at crazy making. It's called crazy making. Gaslighting. It's another way. It's another form of crazy making you feel like you're, you doubt your own perception. I mean, anybody that goes, I don't lie, to, I've never been caught in a lie. That's a lie right there. Okay. Everybody's been caught in a lie at some point in their lives. I mean, it's just like the Bell's palsy thing, right? I keep seeing people trying to prove that, she don't have that. No shit, Sherlock. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one who remembers it here, but several times, when I was in her Patreon for like 2 or 3 months that I was in her Patreon a couple years back, she must have wrote it in there about 5 times that she was getting it. Like, she's treating this condition that, first of all, is an acute temporary condition that comes and goes once in your lifetime. For most people, it's Is it possible you could get it a second time? Absolutely. But it's rare. It's rare that somebody gets it a second time. In fact, the disorder itself is kind of rare, whatever they call it, disease, disorder, illness. But it's not, the way she talks about it and uses it is like it's like a chronic condition, like an autoimmune disease, like I have psoriasis, right? So I get flare-ups of psoriasis every once in a while on the back of my head. And it's like it's annoying. And I don't know what causes it. Sometimes I think it's hair products that I put in. One of the big causes is stress, they say. It could be a food that you eat. It could be a bug bite that could flare it up again, right? That's not what Bell's palsy is. It's not the same thing. It doesn't flare up. It's not like lupus or, rheumatoid arthritis or something where you get these like flare-ups of it. That's not how it works. But that's how she wants everybody to believe it works. But that's not how it works. Doesn't come and go. You can have lasting effects, and that's again rare. Not a lot of people have that. You can get lasting effects from it. Your son got it from Lyme's disease. I had a friend who had it. He had gotten it. He had it really bad. It could take up to 6 months to fully resolve, but it does go away in most people, the majority of people, and they never get it again in their lives. It is rare. Is it possible she could get it again? Yeah, not 6 times. She already said she had it twice, which is rare, or 3 times, or whatever she says. So to get it like a 4th or 5th time is extremely rare. Extremely rare. They don't give you Klonopin for it? No. That's what I'm saying. It's not a chronic condition. It's not something. It's acute. Look it up. All we have to do is Google it. Go on like something reliable, like Mayo Clinic or something, and it tells you right there. It's an acute situation. Acute, which means that it's not chronic, that it's not permanent. It's not something you're battling for life. Maybe for some people, they might have lasting effects from it, but they're not going to have it like the way she's presenting it. That's not how it works. That's just not how it works. And I remember specifically her saying it maybe like 2 years ago, because that she had it again. Because I had said something about it. I made a comment about it in Laura's chat, and my comment upset somebody. I said something to the effect of like, yeah, she has it in her brain. Like, in other words, her brain is paralyzed. And it upset somebody when I said that. And that's why I remember that she had already previously used this. It seems like whenever the heat gets a little too hot, it just seems to flare up. Just like a virus. Never know anyone has to have it as much as her. No. I mean, it's been like a million times. It's you don't even need to prove that she doesn't have it, because it's like, dude, it just doesn't work like that. That's just not how it is. So there's no need to even prove that she doesn't have it. We know she doesn't, because it just doesn't work like that. You don't get it 5 times in your lifetime. It's not like that. It's like the fucking chicken pox or something. You get it 1 time. That's it. It's over. And then maybe, you could get what is that shit called? My mom had it. It's horrible. It's like a thing that comes from the chicken pox. It starts with nuts. Holy shit. It's like on the tip of my tongue. I just can't remember right now. Shingles. Valtrex, isn't that for herpes? I mean, so I heard. Oh shit. I just hit my vacuum. No, Beth, you can get it again, but it's rare. It's rare. It's very rare to get that again. Yeah, the shingles. My mom had that. It was terrible. Oh my God. I felt so bad for her. So bad for her. It could be the facial injections. It could just be tension, It could just be tension from, these situations that she gets herself in. That's what happens. You got yourself in situations like this. You could end up getting stressed out from it and tense. When I get stressed, I get this pain in my neck and in my back, and it's annoying. Hey, Beefergs. Who's on Valtrex? Why is everybody talking about Valtrex? Did I miss something? Shingles is herpes. It's a virus. Yes, it is. Yeah, herpes there's a million different types of herpes. It's not just the genital herpes. That's just one type of herpes. There's all different types. They consider the shingles like a herpes, but it's not that herpes. It's not, unfortunately has like a stigma attached to it, but some herpes are viral. If you have cold sores, it's considered a herpes, but it's not the same type. Fortunately, maybe she wasn't such a bad human stress. Well, yeah, that's what happens. My eye, oh girl, my eye twitches too. I hate that. I had that for the last 3 months of my pregnancy. My eye was just twitching daily, non-stop. It was so fucking annoying. I said she's on Valtrex. Oh, okay. Well, well. I mean, it could be for several other things. It's not just for that, but it could be for several other things. Mm-hmm. Who knows if she's telling the truth, dude? Really, it's so hard. To be honest with you guys, that's actually something that I read about narcissists that I had no idea, and you would probably never think of. But they will do that a lot. They will fake illnesses. I didn't like, who would think? But again, it's all about, you got to go back to their main motivator in life, which is supply and attention, right? Narcissistic supply and attention. So it makes sense that they would fake illnesses, because what happens when you're sick? You get attention from people, right? So it makes perfect sense that you would get it, that you would, fake an illness or exaggerate an illness that you have, like she's doing. Like, it makes perfect sense that they would do that, because it gets them the attention that they're looking for. They just exaggerate, what's actually going on. Hey, Lisa. So, very common. I get the worst headaches on top of my fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia, I feel so bad. I know it's like a controversial diagnosis, they say, for some people, but I don't believe that. I just believe they give it to people when they can't explain the pain, where some people just have chronic pain, and there's no other explanation for it. So they slap that as the diagnosis on it. And I just feel bad for those people, because they can't figure out. My aunt has that actually. And she used to like wake up in horrible pain every morning, and there's no other medical reason why you have pain. And it's horrible. Horrible. So I feel for you. If the side of her face is drooping after everything she's just done, I don't believe it's dumpster clips. Yeah, it could be from, I don't see that, because somebody said she accidentally cammed up the other day. But it could be from, I mean, she has tons of fillers in her face. It could be from that too. Just saying. I remember years ago, she's like, "Oh, I have to get my lips filled because of the Bell's palsy." Like she just has all these excuses, for it. Somebody told me that Candace actually has Bell's palsy. Candace Bly Wells, whatever her name is. My sister has every single illness she hears someone else has. She annoys the shit out of me. B-Fergs, I know several people like that. Somebody gets something and they're like, "Oh my God, I have it." Oh, I can't with people like that. It's very, very hard to be around somebody who's a hypochondriac like that and thinks that they have everything. I know there was somebody in my family who thought there was always something wrong, going on. And 9 out of 10 times it was nothing. I mean, we could all be hypochondriacs to some extent, but there's people that are way worse. And and dumpster clips, I mean, her stress level must be off the meter, Candace. For no matter which way you go, whether she's guilty of something or not guilty of something, I can't imagine what these people are going through with the harassment that they've been getting online from people. You got to remember, this is only a small corner of the world here, right? That are discussing this story, because I'm sure it's also blown up on, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and everywhere else. And the harassment that those people are getting, I'm sorry, but you can't help but feel for them, no matter what you think. I mean, you're not a human if you don't feel for them. You have to have some type of what's his name? Duty Ron called it the jagaloons. Jagaloons, that was the best word I ever heard. That is so, if you like understand, like that is such like a Brooklyn, like a New York word, a jagaloon. Like that's just such a, The fact that he used that, it just makes me like him even more. I've never gotten any type of fillers and I never will. I mean, first of all, I just can't imagine myself paying for that. It's absurd, but and I'm not against them for other people, you know. I can't say if I had the money to get them. I don't know, but I don't know. That's always been a thing with me is like putting anything in your body that doesn't belong there just kind of freaks me out a little bit. like like breast implants, that just freaks me out that you have like these plastic things in your chest right near all your vital organs, right? Like all the important shit, your heart, your lungs, you know, and then you're like putting these plastic things in there that are just gonna ugh. A lot of women that have them get health problems too, so I'm good because that would be my luck. I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna go get big tits, and then all of a sudden I'd have like some fucking crazy shit happen to me. I just know. I know my luck. So I wanted to put a filler in my upper lip, but I am really scared. All that I'm saying, Judith, is if you do that, make sure you research the doctor or the place that you go to get it done because you don't want to end up looking like duck lips. Because it's very, there's such a fine line. I've seen like some, I mean, look, even celebrities who go to probably the best of the best, they still coming out looking like they have duck lips. It's very rare that you see a good lip filler job done. I mean, you shouldn't be able to tell that you have lip filler. That's a good job then. If it looks like maybe, but not really, that means they did a good job. When they're filled to the point that's just so obvious, I have like decent sized lips, so I don't need them. I don't need any lip fillers. I'm good. But I can understand why women want them. I totally get it, you know, because I've seen women that don't have like a top lip. It's like, hey man, I want to wear lipstick just like everybody else, you know? The duck lips. I only do elective surgery in Tijuana. In the most safe place on earth, right? To have it. I want fillers in my forehead. I have like the what do they call that? The 11s between my eyebrows. I've had that my whole life because I'm a squinter. I squint all the time, dude. So I mean, of course I'm gonna have those. And it's annoying, but I mean my skin's not that bad. My forehead's getting a little wrinkly. Yeah, I'm noticing a little changes, some changes in my skin and you know, my uh you lose like your muscle mass in your face and I'm noticing it a little around the mouth area and shit. But I'm like, you know what? I'm 40 years old. Like this shit's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm just trying to age gracefully, you know? I don't think I need it. I don't think I need Botox. There's people that need it and there's people that don't need it. And I just don't think I'm one of those people that needs it. You know, the little fine lines, they suck, but what are you going to do? The only place I would like to get it, which I've heard is like not probably the best idea to do because it could turn out terribly, is like where, you know, where you have like they call it the tear trough under your eyes. And you got like, I have like an indentation down there that makes it look like I constantly have bags under my eyes. I hate it. So annoying. People are always like, "Are you tired?" I'm like, "No, these are just my fucking eyes. They're just my eyes." But I've heard it's like could go bad very easily in that area, so I wouldn't want to take that chance. So I'll just use concealer for now. Get a good concealer. I mean, you know, at a certain point in time, you just kind of got to deal with what God gave you. KB bells, I'm always squinting, always squinting. I'm always like scrunched. I don't know why. I don't need to. I have glasses on, but I still squint. Thank you, Ben. I don't think I need Botox either. That's a recent picture I just put up, like from what, 2 days ago? Or no, was that yesterday? Maybe I think I might did a little selfie. Of course, there was like 300 selfies, you know, and I only like kind of like one of them, but I am not fucking good at taking selfies, man. But I was just getting sick of looking at my old picture, so I wanted to change it. I get Botox. Yes, I've heard about that liquid sunshine for migraines. I don't understand how that works, but I don't understand how that works. I guess it hits the nerves or something. Does it numb the nerves? Because I used to get migraine headaches when I was a kid really bad. And damn, I could have used that. You don't need it. Well, thank you, Angelina. I mean, I do have, texture in my skin. I have wrinkles, dude. Everybody does. Robbie, that's like the most important thing you could use is a moisturizer. That's like the number one thing you could do to help your skin is moisturize. I moisturize every day. I can't not moisturize, especially this time of year because my skin would get like disgusting. Hush badger. Hush little badger. Dudes don't care what ladies look like at 50 because we can't see by then anyway. That's probably true. It's probably true. I don't know. I just see I may have to get a face transplant. No way, Nana. No way. No way. I put up a cartoon picture. No, you don't. I don't have a lot of wrinkles. I've been lucky, like my mom. Well, that's what I'm saying. I am lucky. My grandmother had good skin. My mom's skin wasn't the best. She had some, my mom and dad both actually, their skin was pretty terrible, to be honest with you. They both had like a lot of pock marks and big pores and shit. I'm lucky that I don't have that. Like, thank God I didn't get that, but I definitely have some acne scarring for sure. Paralyzes the muscles and in theory prevents migraines. They don't know how it works, but it does. Wow, that's fucking crazy. Man, I could have used that when I was a kid. Ugh, I feel bad for anybody that gets them. Rock wrinkle cream. I listen, Monkey Mar. If I'm gonna take skincare advice from anybody, I'm gonna take it from you because like you definitely do not look your age or anywhere close to it, and your skin's beautiful. You know what I use? I use the most simple formula fucking moisturizer, and it's the best one. It's the fucking CeraVe PM. I don't use the one with sunscreen in it because I personally break out from sunscreen. So, which I know is important to wear, but it's in my makeup most of the time. Monkey is 23, yeah, right? She looks like she is. She's so fart. Well, you have really beautiful skin, really. Robbie, you know what the problem is though? I I got acne in my adult life. Like I didn't have it when everybody else did. I had it as a adult. I got it in my 30s and it was like, what the fuck? Like why am I dealing with this now? And I go, it was bad, but I didn't have cystic acne. I got what do they call it? Fuck, I can't remember the name. I always forgot it. Starts with a C. It's like blackheads and whiteheads, which are, not as bad, but they're just like annoying. And I'm a picker. I like to pick at my skin. And like that's why I got scars because you really shouldn't pop those. I just can't help myself. I have like a little dermatologist office in my fucking bathroom upstairs. I got like all the little tools that they use and everything. And I obsessively like pick at them. I just love, I don't know, there's just something satisfying about popping blackheads, all right? It is because we wear makeup. But you know what, Adams? I don't wear makeup that much anymore. Like during COVID, especially, I just like stopped wearing makeup because I was like, why? Why am I putting it on my face? I'm covering half my face up under this stupid fucking mask. And you know what? My skin didn't clear up all that much during COVID. So I think it's just my skin. It just sucks. Oxy pads, remember those things? Ugh, I always hated those things. Remember Noxzema? I was like, how does anybody use this? Oh, Gemma, I use all ordinary stuff. I have the whole bottom of my medicine cabinet is ordinary. I have like their whole entire fucking line. I have everything. What about using makeup with anti-acne properties? They don't really have any, Robbie. I know back in the day, Noxzema, not Noxzema, I'm sorry, Neutrogena actually came out with a foundation that had salicylic acid in it. But I don't know if they still make that. I mean, you would think that like these makeup companies would get on that, but like I knew one of the things that was breaking me out bad, and now I've learned to like not use any silicone based primers. I was using and I love it too. It sucks. I was using the Smashbox primer, and that shit was breaking me out like horribly. So I stopped using that. My skin got a little better, and then they had one that had salicylic acid in it, but I don't think they make it anymore. I don't know. Yeah, liquid sunshine. Mine's not going away. I have like, oh girl, I can't do try retinol. My skin does not tolerate retinols. I actually tried using a different recently just because I have it. And one day I have to, I mean, well, first of all, if you're using a retinoid, like a real one, you have to do it very slowly. You have to introduce it to your skin in baby steps. And I could beat the shit out of my skin. I do not have sensitive skin, but for some reason, my skin just does not tolerate those good at all. I mean, I literally took the smallest amount, put it on my face, and then I'm so mad at myself because I had myself fully fucking trained in where it wasn't affecting my skin that bad. But plus you go through a purge period with that, which makes your skin worse before it gets better. So it's a big commitment to do retinols or triretinon, whatever the fuck it is. But so I tried it. I did, I'll do it, maybe put it on my face once a week, then I'll go to twice a week, then I'll start, eventually I'll get to like every other day and then daily. You have to like really slowly do it. But the one time, right? This was just like a month ago. I put it on my face. About 4 days later, I had like my skin was like just peeling, just totally fucking peeling off. Turquoise kitten. I don't like dermaplane like at the what do you call it? Listening to your fear of breast implants. What the fuck is I gonna say? Oh, dermaplane. I don't do it at like the office. I shave like use a razor blade on my face. Yes, but I don't like technically dermaplane. Your skin changes as you age, and your makeup changes. I totally agree with that, Beth, because a lot of the stuff that I used to use, even just like 10 years ago, I can't, like, I used to love Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. Now it just looks horrible on me. I just don't like the way it looks anymore. And it's so annoying. To be honest with you, my absolute favorite foundation right now, I have to add that in because I always change it, is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, dude. That is it's like perfect for me right now. It could change, it could change, but I like it because it's light. It stays on pretty well. You can't feel it on your skin like some other foundations. And it has good, decent coverage. And it's just a nice, it looks skin like, doesn't get cakey looking. I don't know. There's just like everything. It checks off all my boxes, put it that way, for a makeup product. By the ordinary hyaluronic acid. I have a hyaluronic acid and I've tried everything you can to stop the flaking and it just doesn't work for me. I used to put on this like really heavy cream and it just doesn't work. I don't know. My skin, some people just don't tolerate retinols and I guess I'm one of them. Well, I can tolerate them, but I have to get past that initial shock of my skin, and I hate doing it. I have to like plan it at a time when I maybe during the summer or something where my skin won't dry out as bad. You know what I'm saying? But right now I'm already battling dryness. Liquid Sunshine, so it's a Maybelline Fit Me, and it's matte and poreless. I don't know, I just love it. I just think it's a great foundation. People knocked it, I like it. It's like a hidden gem. And trust me, I've tried every fucking foundation there is out there. I really have. And I mean, just about. I'm not saying I've tried every single one because that's impossible, but I've tried a lot. A lot. And I always go back to it. Plus, I like the match for my skin tone because I have a lot of trouble finding a match for my skin tone. Every time I go to like search one of my foundations, it's always like Asian people. And I'm like, what the fuck? I guess I have like Asian undertones in my skin. Very yellowy, my skin. And a lot of the foundations are either too orange or too pink, but this one's like perfect to my skin. Even in the summertime, which is really when it's really, really hard for me to find a match because I have red, I get tan, I get a little reddish, and then I turn brown. And it's like a golden brown, and it's like a really hard color to match in foundation for some reason. Like I don't know. These makeup companies just have not figured out how to do makeup. Like, I need to move to Korea. I watch these beauty videos where they're like in Korea, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, I need to go there. Like, that foundation looks like it would match my skin perfectly. There's this one girl on here. What's her name? Judy. She's like an Asian girl. She's really pretty. She's got a mole on her face. I think her name's Judy. I always go to her because anytime I get a foundation, because she has the exact same skin tone as me, and every foundation she buys, I get the same exact color. So I know whatever she uses, that it's gonna look good on me too. You know, it's like if I followed like some girl with like blonde hair and blue eyes, like her makeup is not gonna look good on me because it's just not. Ems, I gotta give Ems props too. Ems, I've been using what was that fucking foundation? Remember you told me about it last year, and I was like, oh, I couldn't find it anywhere. What the hell was it? The L'Oreal. It was a powder, which I was like, what? Say what? Isn't it Butthurt Betty's saying? Say what? That's not annoying. That's not annoying. I'm trying to think. Yes, the powder. I've been using that because I ran out of my absolute favorite. I have to reorder the Jeffree Star. Dude, I love that shit. I fucking love Jeffree Star setting powder. I didn't run out of it. I'm almost out of it. So I've been using that one, and it's so good, man. It's so nice for setting my under eyes. I love it. It really is such a nice powder. So what the hell? Wait, no. What's the name of it? Let me go look. The Freshwear powder. No, it's not Freshwear. Hold on a second. Let me go look. It's hold on. Infallible. Infallible. I never tried the matte and poreless. The what is it called? Yeah, matte and poreless. Maybelline matte and poreless. It's the little bottle that has the black cap on it. It's a glass bottle. The only thing I hate about it is put a goddamn pump on the bottle, please. Why do they make foundation bottles without pumps? I don't know. I don't. You know what? You don't really need a pump though because it's not that thick. It's very liquidy. So I guess you really don't need a pump. But when it gets low, it's hard to get it out of the bottle. But most of the time, just a little hack for you guys. I used to do it all the time. You could take one of your pumps from like another bottle, and I think they're like almost every foundation glass bottle. The neck is like the same size. So I used to take like the one from I had like CoverGirl or whatever, and use it as a pump because back in the day they didn't have pumps for Estee Lauder Double Wear. So now they have the pump, but you have to buy it separately, which is bullshit. It's $10 for a fucking pump for a piece of plastic. It's so stupid. These companies. That's why I laugh at people that like spend all this money on makeup. Like, what's her name was talking about, oh, I had to buy garbage mascara, the L'Oreal one, which I agree is garbage. That I don't know why people love that mascara. I hate it. That fucking the red and the pink and green one. That was like the worst mascara ever made. I don't know. It just didn't work for me. It never worked for me. I've tried it several times. There was one that came out at one point in time that had like this weird shaped brush, and that one was all right. But the like classic CoverGirl pink and green, I forget what the name of it is, mascara. That one is horrible. I will agree there. But what she doesn't understand is that all these companies, L'Oreal and Estee Lauder, are pretty much the two main makeup manufacturers in the country. And L'Oreal makes so many brands, dude. Lancome, I mean, all sorts of different high-end brands, low-end brands. Same thing with I think Chanel might be independently owned, where they just make Chanel. But most of the things like Armani and all that shit, that's all under either the Estee Lauder umbrella or the L'Oreal umbrella. It's all made by the same company. People like all you have to do is flip your makeup over and look at the back of it. Now, I'll agree with people that like I don't personally care for drugstore eyeshadow. I won't buy it because I'm always disappointed. The only time I've never been, yes, John, MAC is owned by them too. MAC is owned by Estee Lauder. Pretty much if you go into Macy's, half of it's owned by Estee Lauder and the other half is owned by L'Oreal. That, high-end brands, low-end brands, it doesn't matter. And it's all the same shit. You're paying for the name. And the makeup's not that much better. Because to be quite honest with you, any high-end foundation I've used, I've returned because I can't take the fucking scent. Like Huda Beauty, her shit's expensive. It's fucking horrible. It's fucking horrible. It smells. It's terrible. I don't need a smell on my face all day. Thanks. I don't put anything with fragrance on my face ever. Um, so I mean, it's just stupid. It's like so stupid because you're one of the fools. You're one of the fools that's paying all the money. I'm not saying that they don't have good products if it's high end. Some of it is, some of it's better. It really just depends on what it is. Like my favorite mascara comes from the drugstore. It's the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. But I like high end ones too. It's just, why am I going to pay when I find something that I like that's cheap? Why pay more for something just because? Why? Because it's fancier, the name. They use the same products, it's the same formulas. People are just fooled by it, and that's how they make their money. Ulta New Heights mascara is awesome. So that's made by the Ulta brand. I have not bought Ulta brand makeup in ages because I don't know. I used to buy it and I just was never happy with anything that I bought from them. Like that had their name on it. I don't even see it in my Ulta anymore. I remember back in the day, Ulta had they kind of like how Sephora is, how they had their, little section with their own makeup. I don't even know if mine has that anymore. I gotta look. I haven't even looked to see if they have it. I was in Ulta, yesterday I went there real quick because I needed a refill of my MAC Prep and Prime. I really was like, what the fuck is the point of this stuff? I don't know, dude. That shit has something magical in it. It really does. When you're done with your makeup and you spray that shit on your face, it like turns your skin back into skin. It's like fucking crazy. I don't know what it does. That's probably the only thing that I do put on my face. It has a little bit of a light fragrance, but it's light. But it's like that shit's just magical. I don't know what it does. It just does something magical when you fucking spray it on your face. I love it. So I needed a refill. And I was like so disappointed by the shit that they had in there. There was just nothing. Yes, the Essence Lash Princess. I never tried the green one. I like the black one, the black with the pink. I've seen that they have so many different ones. Call me crazy. The thing I ever bought for my hair. Oh, you have that, Bella? I was looking at that in Ulta yesterday. I was like, oh, I want this thing. I want that. I just feel like it. I feel like it. Well, I watched what's his name? What's the fucking guy's name? Holy shit, Brad Mondo. When he first got his, and like there's definitely like a learning curve how to get used to it, but yeah, it takes away the powdery effect. That's what it does. I don't know. I just love what it does. I don't know. Plus, it has caffeine in it, so it kind of helps my under eyes too. My favorite L'Oreal Lash Blast volume in the orange tube. I've tried so many different ones. The only one I love was MAC Lash Blast. You mean the CoverGirl Lash Blast? That's CoverGirl, isn't it? In the orange tube. They still make that. I used to love that one. I have stubby lashes. That's why I stick to the Lash Sensational. What's Lash Sensational? I feel like I've tried that. I actually have a lot of eyelashes, so my issue is always lengthening them. They're kind of short, but I have a lot of them. I want the Dyson thing too. I have the regular. Oh, you have the regular dryer? Does it come with an attachment like like the nozzle that kind of like, because like I would not be able to blow dry my hair without that nozzle thing on it that like makes the air come out. Like, what the fuck do you call those things? Oh, thank you, Baby Bells. Maybelline purple tube. Which one's that? No fucks given. I haven't worn makeup in a year since I gave birth. Girl, I tried keeping up on my makeup as much as I could when I had my son. But let me tell you, the struggle's real. That first year, the struggle is real. It is real. Comes with a few different attachments. It has a diffuser. A diffuser. That's what it is. Is it a diffuser? Is that what I'm thinking of? Not the thing that you use when you have curly hair. Is that what it is? The diffuser, right? Is that what I'm thinking of? You know what I'm talking about. The thing that makes the air like come out like a line. What the fuck is wrong with me? I can't think. I don't know. Everybody says like such good things about it. My birthday's coming. Maybe I should tell my husband. I want to get this hair dryer that this guy has at where my son gets his hair done at the barber shop. Dude, this thing is so cool. It's so tiny and it's so powerful. It's weird. I forget what the name of it is, but it's like so it's so fucking small and thin and it's like so lightweight. See, like is the Dyson heavy? That's the only thing I'm scared about too, is it being like super duper heavy. I use Curel Ultra Healing Moisturizer. There you go, Ben. Look at Ben moisturizing his skin over there. That's good, Ben. You should. Also have the cryotherapy hair dryer. What's that, Winky? Winky, your hair is beautiful. You have such nice, shiny hair. Are you talking about the Dyson for you? Yes, yes. So the air wrap thing, if Bella's still here, that also comes with like a bunch of different attachments, right? So you could use it in essence to kind of blow dry your hair if you wanted to. Oh, your birthday Sunday, Rachel? Happy birthday. Don't you guys miss these just like normal chats, like just talking about girl shit? I feel like it's so like every time I log on to YouTube, it's just like bah, 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 like the same like five people. You know what I'm saying? Just like the same things. It's like, okay, I saw this clip 100 times. I'm not putting down the clip channels because I love watching you guys, and I think God, I told Hartley the other day, I said, girl, you're doing the freaking Lord's work right here. Because I can't sit through, there's just certain people whose lives I'm not fucking sitting through the whole thing. It just ain't gonna happen. Not gonna happen. So I'm glad that they do it because I could still like kind of know what's going on, but like not to the extent of having to fucking go through all the bullshit. There's just certain people I just cannot sit through their shit. I can't. I just can't do it. I can't. My birthday's in March, Rachel, so it's not that soon, but my husband keeps reminding me, he's like, oh, you're turning 41. I'm like, shut up, Chris. Like, stop telling me. Oh my God. Yeah, exactly. Crazy Gemini. They're like overrunning my feed, and it's just like, ah. I mean, the Bullhorn Betty, there's no way I'm sitting in one of her streams, dude, and listening to the whole thing. There's just no way. Her voice is, and I know people say my voice is annoying, and I have to agree with them. My voice is annoying. I don't like my voice, but I can't really help it. It's kind of what God fucking gave me. Thanks, God. Thanks. I don't like my voice, but her voice, it's not even necessary. Well, it is kind of her voice, but it's also the fact that she sounds like she's fucking yelling all the time. I'm like, yo, calm down, man. Like, could you imagine living with somebody like that? It's like, get me coffee. Like, and it's like they're not even yelling. It's like my friend who is Greek, and I used to go to his house, and I always thought his parents were pissed off. Like, I just was like, dude, what are your parents yelling about? Every time I went over there, I was like, what are your parents yelling about? And he's like, nothing. They're talking about like what they're gonna get for dinner tonight. And I'm like, why do they always sound like they're yelling? I couldn't understand what they were saying. They're speaking in Greek, but like they were also just sounded like mad all the time. They sound like they were yelling. And he's like, no, that's just the way they talk. Like they're just talking about like everyday things. But it's always sounded like they were angry and yelling to me. And she's like the same way. It's like, she could be talking about like a puppy dog and it sounds like she's fucking screaming. I can't. I just, so, thank God. That's why I said, you're doing the Lord's work because I just cannot sit and listen to that. Hey, Soldier, how's the puppy? If you guys haven't seen Soldier's puppy, I feel bad for you because it's a she, right? I always forget. But oh my God, it's so cute. It's so, so cute. It's a little husky and it is the cutest little fur ball. That's what it's like back home in my mom's Puerto Rican house. Oh, girl, yeah, the Puerto Ricans, I know, I had Puerto Ricans in my family, and they do sound like they're yelling a lot of the time. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And I know, they're not, though, It's like, but this woman, oh my gosh, she sounds like she's fucking. Oh, you posted what the cryotherapy dryer is. All right, I gotta scroll up. Hold on. Sorry about that. Hey, Dolls, how are you, girl? I saw that you got surgery. I hope you're feeling well. Hope you're feeling better. I watch the channels most of the time to find out what's going on. Yeah, I just can't. I can't sit through certain people. And the same thing with the other one. whose name I don't even want to say, but I can't sit through her lives. I just can't. Contrary to what people think, it's just like very difficult for me to sit through her live because she just goes off on so many different tangents that have nothing to do with anything, and I just don't have like the time. I'm like, oh no, nope, nope. I just can't do it. I cannot fucking do it. Shit, Winky, I missed it. Hey, Winky, you have my number. Send me a link if you can. Tremley! Tremley's in the house. Ooh, Staples. You've had to get Staples? Ooh, you're going to Puerto Rico, you lucky, lucky girl, for your kid's first birthday. Oh, lucky him. Damn, how do I become one of your kids? Can you adopt me? I don't blame you for, hold on. I don't blame you for steering clear of most hummingbird. Yeah, I don't either. Listen, I started here. I had to chew my wrist. Wait, what did Mikey just say? Hold on. Because it was kind of funny. Bullhorn strangler. Good job. Yeah, I'd rather chew my wrist. I mean, I started YouTube in the comment section, dude. That's where I started here as a subscriber who liked to always give my opinions in the comment sections, about things. And I like doing that, I enjoy that. Why I get, picked out from other people who do that, I don't know, because I'm just one of many who leaves their opinions, and I'm allowed to have an opinion, just like everybody else is. People have opinions about me and they're allowed to have those too. I really don't care, but it's like, I can't sit in certain people's chats. So I'll leave my opinion in a comment section and then I move on with my day. I've always enjoyed the comment section. I can't stay at work if I want to see nuts. Yeah, right. I have to say though, I've never seen somebody spiral so quickly as the bullhorn has. She has spiraled extremely fast. I mean, she came in like a wrecking ball and just spiraled. I mean, like immediately. It was like, whoa, this is entertaining. And it's entertaining. I'm sorry, it is. It is completely entertaining. Because it's like, holy shit, you just completely spiraled out of control. You're threatening people. You got the whole lawsuits thing going on. Who's gonna get a lawsuit? This person, burnt toast, crude. Everybody's getting a lawsuit. Lawsuits for all. Dude, you're not going to be able to sue people on here. It's just not happening. You're not scaring anybody with that. And at this point, if anybody comes on social media and thinks that, if you don't this is what I don't understand, okay? You have to look at people, right? Everybody on here, no matter who you are, no matter how tightly you run your ship, right? No matter how much you think you're, trying to be a good person, you're going to have haters and critics, right? It just comes with the territory of the internet, But, when you realize that, this is what I don't fucking understand, okay? I've gotten my share of criticism from people. And when I look back, it got a lot worse at a certain point in time. And I understand why, you know, um, I think maybe I was, well, not maybe, I was probably acting like an asshole. I definitely was. And I also think it had to do a lot with the people that I was surrounding myself with. I think when I was friends with Laura, that just brought on hate to me just simply by being friends with her, not even necessarily that anything was happening. It just brought hate on just by me being a friend with her because she's just one of those people that either you really hate her or you really like her. There's really no in between. So I look back though, but I learned from that situation. I did see what people were saying about me and I was like, oh shit, maybe I got to change something to stop this, the amount of it that was happening, which wasn't even that bad. I don't think I ever got it as bad as some people. So the people that are getting the most criticism, you really need to look inside yourself and say, what am I doing to cause this? Because that's why you're getting it, because people think you're fucking crazy. So they're criticizing your crazy behavior and your crazy actions and the crazy shit that you say. It's not everybody else, it's you. And you got to like get to a certain point where you realize that. I know for me, I had to change the people that I was around, and that really did take a significant amount of criticism that I was getting away, was just simply by changing the people I was around, you know? Um, and that's what you have to do. You have to look at it and say, okay, I don't enjoy this, right? And I got to change something. I got to make some type of change in my behavior, and also in my, maybe the people that I'm around, whatever it is in my environment. I got to make some type of change in my environment to fix this. These people just lack that insight of themselves. It's like their introspect is off. You have to look at what you're doing, dude, and stop trying to attack everybody else and say, you know what? Why are all these people getting pissed off at me? What am I doing to cause this? That's where I don't fucking understand it. I'm like, you got to kind of look and say, okay, what am I doing to cause it? Like, why don't they have that ability to do that? I just don't understand that. Like right, they can't self-reflect. Like, I look back and I cringe at some of my own behavior. I'm like, oh, like, stop, Liana, just stop. It's like, I just don't understand why some of these people don't get that. It's not everybody else, it's you, dude. It's not the majority of people, it's you. When somebody like Crude as Fuck goes live and he has 1,000 people in there, 1,000 people, that he has to slow his chat down to 1.3, because to a minute and 30 seconds, because he's playing your video and people are outraged by it. That has to fucking tell you something about yourself. Like, holy shit, I'm pissing a lot of people off, and so you have to wonder, do these people enjoy it? Maybe, because I certainly don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy that. I just don't. I don't want that kind of attention on me. I just don't. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. So, it's up to you to make that change, to like get that type of negative attention off of you. Instead of sitting there blaming everybody and saying, oh, I'm going to sue you and do this and do that, you got to change your own behavior, man. You can't, I don't know, man. It just doesn't make sense. Like, you can't think that what you're doing is okay. Laura is real and calls people out on their bullshit. All right, that's your opinion. Well, you know what? I'll say she does call people out on their bullshit sometimes. And I agree with some of the shit that she says sometimes. Do I think that she believes it? Maybe not. Maybe 50-50. I think a lot of the time she's just saying what she thinks people want to hear. Because at the end of the day, I don't really think she cares. Because she's like, oh, I don't talk about my ex-friends. I don't do that. I don't talk about my ex-friends. Well, you're fucking riding this one until the fucking wheels fall off, girl. Like, the rims are going to like disappear soon too. And the brakes and the fucking rotors are going to fall off too. Like, you're riding this one. Why? Because it's the most profitable friend right now to fight with, like, I could sit here and do an entire fucking stream about the same person. I just don't want to. I don't want to do that. I just don't. It's not. I don't want that shit on my channel. I don't want to do an entire stream about her. Everybody knows how I feel about her. You can find my little comments, funny little comments in the comment sections under the clip videos if you want to know how I feel about her. I can't do a whole entire stream. It's not happening, because you know what? It's never going to change. It's the same. It's like they say, same shit, different toilet. It's not going to, the behavior is never going to change. So, I agree with warning people, but where are you going? Adios. Well, I got to get off here in about 5 minutes anyway, but you guys know what I'm saying? Like, she's definitely riding that shit until the wheels fall off. She's like, this is profitable right now to fight with this person. Definitely. Who unsubscribed because they disagreed? That's crazy. So, but it's, I used to tell her the same thing. Be like, like there would be things like these ideas she would get, and I'd be like, dude, no, that's not going to go well for you on here. You know that. You have to know that by now. Some of the things that you're thinking, saying, and doing, they're not going to go well for you. And you just kind of have to know that. You have to, I'm not saying to not be yourself, because that's, nobody wants to do that. But you kind of have to, it's a respect thing, like, you kind of have to respect other people's opinions. right? If you're on here. And stop trying to force your own opinions on every single other person. Not everybody's going to believe the same way as you with your far right extremist views, Bullhorn Betty. Like you're very extreme in your behavior. That's not norm. The norm, that's why they're called extremists, because it's not normal to be like that. And I do think she's an extremist. It's so funny because I saw that guy Jonathan, whatever his name is, and I saw the red fucking Make America Great hat again. And I'm, no offense to you if you're a Trump person. I'm personally never cared for him. To be honest, I don't really care for any politicians. I don't have political affiliations. I just don't. I think they're all assholes, to be quite honest with you. But I don't really align myself with any party or, beliefs or anything like that. But I didn't care for him as a president. At first I was like, all right, but the at the end, those shenanigans that they pulled with the fucking Capitol riot and all that bullshit. No, that's a wrap for me, dude. That's a wrap. No, that's not how we do things. I really do feel though that he created this very extreme because the political environment was always hostile in our country, but I feel like since he, campaigned, it became even 10 times more hostile, and he created these monsters. And as soon as I saw that fucking hat, I said, dude, I know this guy was at that riot. I know they were there. Him and then Bullhorn Betty. And sure enough, I was right. They were there. But he created those people that are just so extreme in their beliefs and their hatred and their forcefulness of their beliefs. It's just fucking crazy to me. I mean, really, you need to go protest outside somebody's house? Are you thinking about, I understand you disagree and you want to protest, that's the word that you use for harass, basically. Protest, in harassment, the same thing in her head. But you're not thinking about his family. Why are you punishing everybody else for one person's actions? It's like the teacher who, punishes the whole class because one kid's bad. It's just crazy to me. Situational awareness is needed. Absolutely. It's just to me that type of behavior is very extreme. Anyway, guys, I have to end this because it's 3. Oh no, wait, I don't actually. My son's doing his after school thing today. Never mind. I was thinking today's Thursday, right? I can stay on for a little bit. How dare BHB ask everybody for these trips? Laura shouts. Then goes to say, well, yeah, I got my trip paid for. Yeah, she did. Nobody's different. I think she, when it comes down to her with her, she's like jealous about the money. Like she's always been like that, she's always pocket watching everybody, like who's getting paid for what. Like, listen, dude, if people want to contribute to that, that's on you, man. I don't fucking care what you do with your money. I care about my money. I don't care about anybody else's money but my own. Do I think it's crazy? Absolutely. But if that's what people want to do with their money, who the fuck am I to tell them what to do with their money? It's not my business, it's theirs. They've been away horrific tragedy, wreaking havoc, making a mockery. Absolutely. I feel so bad for like this little girl's name was just used by all these people for money. It's so gross to me. And there's different levels of it. Like there's other creators where I see them just going live and putting her name in the title, and there's nothing going on, dude. There's nothing new in the case right now, and they're using it to have a reason to go live because listen, YouTube is just like anything else in the world. There's kind of like this addictive property to it, right? Where you like, and anybody says that this doesn't happen to them, they're lying, right? Like you get this sense of like, oh, I got a lot of people in my chat, and you kind of want to like keep that momentum going, right? Because it feels good, to have people listen to you and shit. But you got to just like draw a line somewhere. Like, where is it where it's like too much? You know what I'm saying? Where I'm like crossing this line of like my own fucking morals and shit. You're using this little girl's name just to put it in your title because it's a hot topic right now and it's popular. Like, that doesn't make you feel any type of way. I don't know. I just know. And I'm not saying people shouldn't discuss the case, because of course they should. The girl's still missing, but some people are just milking the shit out of it. And I'm not even just talking about the obvious people. I'm talking about other people out there in that whole community that are just milking the shit out of it. Milking the shit out of it. And it's like, they're all like, I said the other day, I don't remember where I was, but like, if you care about something, just care about it. You shouldn't have to make a competition out of caring about an issue or a cause. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, well, pointing out who doesn't care and why they don't care, because I care. I'm the real person that cares. It's just fucking weird to me. This weird, sick competition, hey, Kat, that came of this little girl's case that's missing. It turned into this weird who cares competition, and it's just fucking weird to me. It's strange because it's a little girl's life. It's like, oh, they don't care. This person doesn't care. Well, then, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go there, and that's going to show everybody how much I care by me physically being there. That's going to show everybody that I care. But no, not really, dude. Because not for 1 second while you were there, did you even fucking look for this little girl? Did you organize a search party or a fucking contact people that have the right equipment to go searching in a lake or a river or just something, dude? Like, what you were doing, screaming about things that you can't change because that's not how the justice system works. That's not helping any of this. That's not doing anything. And for you to even think that it is insane to me. Insane. I've been hearing Bullhorn Betty saying for like weeks now, we have evidence and we can put Don in jail. We can put him in jail. We have the evidence. Where is it, girl? If you really want to help and you really have this proof and this evidence, call the TBI up, send an email, and just give it to her. That's it. Just give it to her. I mean, her, him, them, whatever. Give it to them. Show your proof. If you really want to help, why are you withholding evidence that you supposedly have and proof? If you really want to help and you really care about the girl and you have all this proof and evidence that could put, the parents in jail, hand it the fuck over already. Why are you playing a game with it? I don't understand it. Oh my God, Gone Girl, thank you. Holy shit, thank you. You're crazy, Gone Girl. Thank you. I appreciate that. Way more than you know. Like, if you have evidence, why are you sitting around talking about it? That's what I can't understand. Hand the evidence over, and that's how you help in a situation like this. And don't say, well, you're not helping. You're sitting home on your ass, because there's nothing I could do. I don't have the skill set that's needed to find this little girl. I don't have the equipment that's needed to find this little girl. The only thing I could do from where I am is bring awareness that she's missing. But I think we're all pretty fucking aware that she's missing, right? I think we're all aware. So I just don't see how going and standing outside of a building, screaming at it, trying to circumvent the justice system because you say so, you don't have evidence. You have a bunch of circumstantial hearsay. Is what you have. That's not evidence that's going to put somebody in jail for life. I could tell by you thinking that you've never watched an entire trial in your life. Because if you did, then you would understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would understand then that that's just not how it works. You can't just put somebody in jail over circumstance. Oh my God, thank you, Tremley. Thank you. You can't just put these people in jail because of this circumstantial shit. It's not enough, obviously. If it was enough, Don and Candace Wells would have been in jail already, if it was enough. There's two very famous cases that I can think of off the top of my head that were the majority of things were circumstantial evidence. One of them is the Scott Peterson case, okay? There was absolutely not one bit of physical evidence to show that he killed his wife. And the Casey Anthony also. It was all circumstantial. And it was strong, 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 strong circumstantial evidence that convicted her and then him, and then she got away with it. But they were both probably one of the, two of the most strongest circumstantial cases in our history, in recent times, at least that I know of. But those cases are extremely hard to win. Like, I'm shocked the fact that Scott Peterson is in jail, based on the evidence that they had on him. I'm shocked. I really am. I'm shocked that he was convicted. Casey Anthony, I'm not that shocked, but I am at the same time, because that I feel like her evidence was even stronger. And how the fuck she's free, I don't know. Because that poor little girl got, killed, obviously, by somebody, and all her behavior, just screamed that something was not right. We all knew it, but she's walking free, and that might happen in this case too. It might happen. So prepare yourself, because it might happen. But the thing is, it's not our job to do that. And the police obviously don't feel like they have enough circumstantial evidence to arrest them. You can't arrest them based on their past and things that happened in the past, especially when you're making that shit up, because I heard that it was being put out that Candace, what was it, abused her children or something. And that's not even true. It's not even true. I keep seeing like this, how old is Candace Wells? Does anybody know? Oh, her mother got off big time, Lee. Big time. I keep seeing like this mugshot that's shown of her, and she clearly looks like she's younger. Way younger than she is now. I'm not really sure how old she is. I would assume she's either in her, late 30s, maybe early 40s, maybe mid 40s. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. And Don looks a lot older, whatever he is. He looks like he's in his late 40s, possibly even 50s to me, but I'm not really sure. Get out of here. So she's in her 30s. So she's young. She's a young girl. Shit. She's very hard to read, but I just like, I'm like, holy shit, dude. This shit's like insane to me. Please ask social media to back off. That's 100% right, Gone Girl. They did several times now. Several times. You're wasting their time, their resources. Like, you're wasting. You have to remember, this isn't like New York City, right? The NYPD, where they have like one of the biggest police departments, or the LAPD or something. This is a small town America, dude. This is a tiny town. I know this TBI is involved in this case, but when you guys go to the town, you're literally taking away the resources that should be working on this case, because these are small police departments. It's not like if you live in a big city. These are podunk little fucking towns that have little tiny police departments that are probably already understaffed. If anybody was following the Brian Laundrie case, right? They just released this report about the police officers in Moab that pulled over Gabby and Brian on their trip. And in that police department, they said they were even understaffed. These small towns, they don't have the resources like the bigger towns have, like where I live, to I believe my police department for my county is the 10th or 11th largest in the whole entire country, right? So here it probably wouldn't make as much of a difference, but when you're going down to these little tiny towns that there's like one police station for the whole fucking county, it's like a little tiny one. You're wasting their time, dude. Like their focus, everything. It's just insane to me. Who looks like mayonnaise? I don't know. Some of the cops I went there to talk to them were from a different town. There you go. There you go. See? Not even from the same town. So you're just like causing more stress on this already probably stressed police department, right? That's understaffed. And and I'm not going to say like Laura, she didn't cause any problems down there. Laura didn't do anything wrong. Did she accomplish what she wanted to? No, not at all. I don't know what the fuck she was looking to accomplish. Honestly, I think she went down there to meet her fucking idol, but that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. But you know what I'm saying? Like, what did you actually accomplish by going there? Nothing. You could have accomplished that same exact thing on the phone with somebody, like, or having a fucking Zoom meeting with them or something. I don't know. Maybe, whatever. I don't care. It's not my money or anything that was wasted going down there. But the other people that went down there, it's just like, they were definitely causing a stir. And how many times did the police have to come out because they were there? That's what they do. That's what they do. I just don't see how their methodology, what the fuck do you call it? How their methods are going to work. Like, explain to me how it works, or how you even thought that was going to work. Because we knew the plan before they even got down there. And the majority of us who follow true crime, who really follow it, we're like, yeah, that's not going to do anything. And it didn't. Nothing happened. 2 times now, 2 trips, and nothing happened out of either one of those trips. And they said I wasn't going to talk about this, and here I am talking about it. I'm like, you guys are sick of hearing about it, right? Here, let me talk about it some more. It's just it's just not right, dude. It's just not doing anything. That's just not how you get things done. Like I told you guys, I tried to give this Betty woman a chance, and I listened to some of her videos where she's like screaming at the school board. Hold on. In fact, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. And I heard Laura talking about it, and she's right. I gotta agree with her. I think it's very odd that she's fighting with these people. Oh, Crude as fuck is live right now. Hold on a second. I want to show you guys. If she can sue me too, if she wants. Bullhorn Betty. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. And I tried to give her a chance because I was like, hey, you know what? I don't know this woman. Sorry. I don't want to judge her. I mean, I was judging her, to be quite honest with you, based on her behavior in front of the laundry house, because I thought that was just in and of itself atrocious and horrible. But hold on a second. Where is this lady? She posted these old videos of her at a school board meeting, and it was weird to me. Very, very weird to me. Let me see if I can even find them. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's see. I watched this one. I'll show you guys it. That one, she's just screaming. Hold on. I just got to pull this out so I could do this little screen share. Share screen. She's a total Karen. Total fucking Karen. Watch this. Just watch how Karen-esque this is, okay? Mind you guys, she does not have children when we're watching this. I don't know if I'm going to play the whole thing, but just to give you guys a little sense of what happens here. This is how she... Open.
Manatee County, but you're not here as that.
Hold on. Let me...
But we do know you as that.
Oh, and by the way, she can't strike anybody who plays this because this is not her content. It's public. This right here is what they call shit. What's the name? Brain fart. Well, fair use. What do they say? I can't remember, but it's basically public.
Very involved with.
She can't say that she owns this because she absolutely does not own it.
800
to the part where she comes up.
Manage.
Oh my goodness.
And rule transparency.
I thought I watched this one. Hold on. Where's the part? There she is. Okay. Now hold on. Let me just say something. Right here, right off the bat. If you want to be taken seriously by these people, you come in with a shirt that says some crazy shit on it. I don't even know what it says. You have sunglasses on your head. I mean, look the part, girl. Look the part. Come in with some sense of professionalism. This isn't how you do it with a t-shirt with words on it.
Please. Andrew Griffin, Manatee County. I'm thankful to know Cindy Spray, and she's my friend, and I love the work that she does. I'm going to support this, not because I want to, but
like, who cares?
Because I feel the need to for the teachers. I want to express my frustration and concern that we have an incompetent superintendent that constantly does things to thwart the will of the.
Did you guys just hear that sigh? Did you guys hear that? They're like, this lady again. Like, she's known down there, it seems.
The taxpayers in Manatee County. I also will always and plan to moving forward be continuing to ask.
Hold on a second. This isn't the one I wanted to show you guys, but let me go back. There was another one that I watched. Oh, this is it. This is it. Okay. I think this is it. I hope it is. The one with the masks. That one was just her going off like a maniac.
My name is Andrew.
This is it. Okay. Okay.
I'm just.
All right. She wants to be taken seriously. Look what's going on over here, dude. The hat, the sunglasses, the pins, I don't know. When I want to be taken seriously, I remember I had to go to like court, you know, and I would walk into court and there would be people like guys that would come in there either in sweatpants or they'd have like their baggy, you know, jeans.
Abysmal failure. Steve Vernon, abysmal failure. Okay, my name is Andrew Griffin.
Now, mind you, she's at the school board meeting fighting against children wearing masks in school when she does not even have children. I just find that odd.
I'm a lobbyist and activist in Manatee County. The last time I was here was not a misunderstanding, Mr. Kennedy. It was not. Reverend Golden disrupted the meeting, not me. He was being insulting. After that gentleman had told him several times he had no association with that law firm, you didn't control your dais. Okay? I will always stand up and.
Okay, so right there, she's like, she's so authoritarian, like the way she talks. Like she's telling them how to run shit. No, that's not how it works. These are elected officials, man. Like, this is not how it works, girl. Who are you? Have you ever been in a position of power like that where you know how to run things? Like it's insane.
Speak up when I think it's right. And you threw me out without warning and had me escorted by an officer.
She got thrown out of the meeting. What does that tell you guys? What does that tell you? What does that tell you? She got escorted out of the meeting by an officer. What does that tell you about her behavior?
So don't mince my words. It was not a misunderstanding.
Mince my words.
Now, I don't understand what is going on with you. We are the taxpayers. We own this building. We pay all of your salaries. Why are you not listening to the people, listening to your taxpayers, listening to the governor, listening to the Florida Department of Education, and you're relying on a law firm to give you legal advice this is what they're telling.
Isn't that what a law firm is for? Don't law firms give legal advice? Good Lord. Of course they're going to rely on a law firm over a taxpayer. I mean, oh my goodness.
Telling you have to remember our state of emergency is going away on July 1st. That state of emergency allowed you to violate our Americans with Disabilities Act. It allowed you to violate our right of religion.
How so? See, you know, she needs to support this because I'm trying to think in my head, how is forcing somebody to wear a mask I don't know why my thing does this. It's so annoying. All right.
It allowed you to do those things unconstitutionally because of that order. That's going away on July 1st. So you guys are going to have to figure out how to handle these constitutional arguments, because people have a right not to wear that mask for medical reasons. Doctors have told me they've advised their patients not to wear masks.
What doctors? Now, listen, I'm not going to lie. I agree with some of this, that we should all have a choice, right? I do agree with that. But if you read, like for New York State, I read the rules for the masks for kids in school recently because I was having an issue, like I told you guys, with my son and the teacher. And by the way, I got what I wanted by simply just calling the teacher up and telling her, you got to meet somewhere in the middle sometimes. I know that they're not going to completely do away with the masks for the kids. I hate the mask for the kids. I'm just telling you. Okay. I hate it. I understand they need them though. I was just asking why my son wasn't getting breaks. Well, not even just my son, the whole entire class, because they were supposed to be getting breaks in school and his teacher was not doing it. But I got what I wanted. Okay. So I haven't heard about the mask in, a week now because I called the teacher up and talked to her about it. This I just don't understand. There is a clause, if you just read what your state has, that if, children who have medical issues, breathing issues, they don't have to wear them in school. So, but did she even bother to do that? It doesn't seem like she did, because Florida is a lot more lenient than it is here. Just saying.
It's building up carbon dioxide in people's bodies, whether you guys want to acknowledge it or not. Kids are going to the dentist with cavities out the yin yang.
Like, where's the evidence to back any of these things up, though? That's what I want to know. Where is the evidence?
So they're breaking out around their face, they're rotting their teeth, and somehow it's not doing any more damage than that in their bodies that we can't see.
And she doesn't have children. That's what's so confusing about this.
Now, one little bit, and you guys are okay with that. Never mind that Richard Corcoran sent you this letter telling you these masks aren't working, telling you it's impeding instruction. Your only requirement for these kids are instruction. You are not their parent. You did not give birth to these kids. That's their right to choose.
Either did you. And if you knew that, not to be an asshole, but if you knew anything about parenting, you would know that children don't really have a right to choose. We make the decisions for them. We're until this fuck. We got to play this game with my computer. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this thing. I've never been able to figure it out.
It's not yours. Now, I have just about had enough of people overreaching and stepping on people. This is America. Don't you think these people have the right to choose to mask their kids or not? Do you think they're that ill-equipped to take care of their own freaking kids? I'm done.
All right, so I mean, she went all the way there to give this argument when she doesn't even have a child in the school, which is just very bizarre to me. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. It's like, so do you just enjoy fighting? Because I personally, I have a kid in school. I've had an issue with the masks in school. I understand we have to wear them. So I'm not trying to fight that we're not going to wear them, because that's just not going to happen. It's a waste of time to even try to get it to that point. I'm just asking that when my son's uncomfortable, or any kid in the class is uncomfortable, that they're allowed to take it off without getting yelled at, for a couple of seconds. His teacher was like yelling all day, put your mask up, put your mask up. Well, obviously if the kid's pulling the mask down, it means that they need a break from it. I know for me, it's incredibly uncomfortable to have a mask on for like an extended period of time. And I need to take breaks from it when I have it on. So I can imagine, for kids, how it feels. And I hate that the kids have to wear them, but you know what? It is what it is right now. And just as long as they get breaks, I'm fine with it. They deserve to get breaks when it becomes uncomfortable for them. That's all I was saying. This to me, and I wouldn't even go down to the school board meeting over it. If my son's teacher didn't listen to me, then maybe. I wrote her a very strongly worded email and the problem solved. This makes no sense to me. Just none. If you don't even have children. So there was this one, and then there was another one. Hold on. Because this one was really hostile. And I don't really know why. Oh, shit. I hate you, YouTube. Why did you make me go all the way back up to the top? Fucking A. My computer's not muting me like it always does. Go back down here. Like, does anybody, I mean, do you guys see what I'm saying? Like, I just, the hostility is crazy to me. I think it was this one. Hold on a second.
It's your time, don't you worry. Okay, state your name and you'll have 3 minutes, please.
Andrew Griffin, Manatee County for the record. I mean, this is what it amounts to, stealing money from us. She has no authority to do so. She has no standing to do so. And the one opportunity we have to get her in check, Mr. Cruz, you want to be a pushover? I'm sorry, I don't like coming down on you, but that's not even appropriate. I'm a taxpayer.
Perp Squad, really, dude? You came in all the way to make fun of my speech? Is that really? Why are you watching me, dude? Why? Let's ask that question first. Why are you here watching me? I'm just curious. I thought you said meth. That was just not even funny, dude. That's stupid. But good try.
I've lived here my whole life. And I think it's absolutely reprehensible that some mayor doesn't even show up here, doesn't even give a crap about whether this gets passed or not, just by the simple fact that nobody's here from the Holmes Beach. And we're going to pass this or potentially pass giving her $300,000. No, that's not appropriate. You use the leverage you have when you have it. We're not declaring war.
Where is she paying taxes, though? Because she doesn't work. Well, property taxes, maybe? I don't know.
She chose to do that, not us.
That's correct.
So this idea that we have to stand down or play nice with somebody that's stealing our tax money and our property is not going to happen. And any Republican commissioner up here that votes against this or votes to approve this, I'm going to be highly upset with, because absolutely not.
I'm sure they care.
If nothing more, we need to delay. We need to move this on. We need to work with the mayor out there. She doesn't need to get a darn thing at this point. And I will be up here each and every time. And Mayor, if you're listening, if you really want me to get involved, you're not going to like me. I'm going to shut down your beach.
Who's laughing at her?
Okay.
She's going to shut down the beach. What? Why? I don't know. The threats, dude, she never heard the saying that you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar, I guess. I don't know. It's just insane to me. She's very aggressive. Maybe that's what it is, dolls. Maybe she likes to be on camera. She lives in a box in the front yard of her mom's house. And that's what I'm saying. Like, where is her tax dollars? That's just silly to me. This whole thing's silly. She just, I think, just wants to fight people. You know, she wants to fight with people, and this is a way to get out her aggressions. Maybe she feels she was treated unfairly by the system. This me flashing on and off the screen. This thing's so annoying. Now it's gonna do it. As soon as I opened up another fucking window. Oh, it's so annoying. She always got a target just like the others. Yeah. There's always somebody to fight. There's always something to fight. But there's so many other things she could be fighting for right now. And it just doesn't, I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't know. I'm not a lobbyist. I just never, so maybe I need to be a lobbyist to understand what the anger is all about. But it's just, she wasn't making fun of you. Oh, that person's Perp Squad, which is unknown Capone, which is a known troll that comes in here and says shitty things to me. Well, he's not really a troll. He's just a person. He's in the Laura fan club. He's president of the Laura fan club. And so, you know, I guess he was watching this whole time, just waiting for me to say something, you know, kind of fucked up. and to come in here and criticize me, which is fine. He might have got blocked though. It's possible. It's very possible, highly possible. It's the same person that's like, oh my God, this one's so obsessed with Laura. This one's so obsessed with Laura. Don't watch her if you don't like her, but then is here watching me when he clearly doesn't like me. It's very, 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 very bizarre. Her cortisol levels must be through the freaking roof. Yeah. I can't imagine waking up with an axe to grind every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like that anger, that amount of anger every day. She was driving to a state fair yesterday or something. And she's like in the car, like, we're going to get these people. Like, no, you're not, girl. No, you're not. You're not. You have no case. You have no case. You're putting this shit out on a public platform. It's fair use. Your strikes clearly haven't worked if you've given any out. And people have a right to criticize you, what you're doing. That's the internet. And if you can't handle the criticism, either change your behavior or get the fuck off the internet. It's pretty simple. Hey, Megan, how you doing? Little man was pacing the floor waiting for you to go live. Who's that? Capone. Yeah, he was. I mean, it's like that's really the choices. It's just, I don't know. It's just not, it's not for me. I just can't imagine myself doing these things to people, and you could see that they really thoroughly enjoy it, going out, harassing people, yelling at people, screaming at people, to the It's like, when is it going to stay? There we go. I don't know why this thing does this. I just cannot figure it out. Thank you, Burn Hot Dog. How you doing? So, I mean, to me, it's all just insanity. I just wouldn't have the time to do this. But hey, to each their own. But you can't get upset. She was going off, excuse me, on that news anchor lady saying she didn't get her side when she clearly feels to realize that her side was her live stream rant threatening to burn down that guy's house. Okay. So what she said was, she was like, I'll use my platform to burn down your house. Now, I don't think she meant literally that she was going to burn down the guy's house. I think she was speaking figuratively, but the news has no obligation to get both sides of the story. I mean, she was like really raged out by this, that this woman, found this, however, and she's like, the trolls are giving, the news these things. And it's like, no, man, you're going online and you're threatening people. Okay. And it depends on how you want to take it, but it could very clearly sounded like a threat to that guy, and, now you're threatening the news person. It's like, what the fuck? You can't do that. She says it was out of context, just like the others. Well, she's made quite a few threats. Ms. Tremley, I'll tell you how she became an investigative reporter. So the other day I was watching a clip where she was talking about this news company. She says that JLR guy works for a news company, right? Which is, it's a bullshit news media organization. Anybody could go and sign up. Then she said she's getting a press pass or whatever the fuck it was on this other news site. Let me get this shit off my screen. And I go look at it. And basically, I could go get one tomorrow. I could just go there. It requires nothing. It requires no type of, college degree, nothing like that. It's anybody could go and they could pay $160 and get this press pass. That's what it is. It's like, you're not a journalist. That doesn't make you a journalist, though. It's amazing how narcissistic these people are in their thoughts. Okay. And I'm not saying they're narcissists. I'm just saying how narcissistic they are. And they're thinking that they, immediately think, oh, I could go get this press pass. Now I'm a journalist. I have a YouTube channel. Now I'm a journalist. I'm an influencer because I have a following. No, I don't fucking consider myself. She has around the same amount of subscribers as I do from last I checked. I don't know where she's at now, but I think she's around. I hate this thing. She has around the same amount of subscribers as I have. Okay. I do not consider myself an influencer. I am not an influencer, guys. Like, not at all. I'm just a fucking asshole who has a YouTube channel. That's all I am. I'm a regular person, just like you guys. I'm a regular person. I just have a YouTube channel because it's just easier to me to talk than it is, to fucking type, I guess. I don't know. I made my YouTube channel to do DIYs, makeup and shit like that. I didn't make it to be an influencer because I'm 40 years old. I'm not going to be an influencer. I don't never consider myself an influencer. What the fuck am I influencing? I mean, that's just insane. She's like, I'm an influencer because I have a following. No, that's not how it works, dude. I mean, I guess you could call yourself that if you want to, but I just personally don't consider myself an influencer. Maybe she does. That's fine. Well, she definitely does. But I just don't, they're just a printing company, basically. Yeah, that's what it is, Nana. I am not an influencer. Men under the influence. I don't want to say what's on a real press pass because I don't want to give ideas, but the info printed on a press pass is what's important. Yeah, you would assume it is, right? You would assume. She's going to use the weight of that platform. Now, she says she has like a lot of followers somewhere else, but I don't know, maybe she could be an influencer on here. Not so much yet. Not so much yet. Yes, she's 42 from what I understand. I mean, that's what it seems that she is. She's a hard 42. I mean, just look, all right, I'm turning 41 in 2 months. And, not to be an asshole, but she looks a little older than me. I mean, she is older than me, but she looks a little bit more than just 2 years older than me or a year older than me. I mean, I'm 40 right now, but I don't know when she's turning 43. But yeah, she definitely looks a little older. Yes, follow Hummingbird on her TikTok. She's doing true crime and she's fucking killing it over there too, by the way. I don't know, I'm she had 58 followers on Instagram before the Gabby Petito case. Oh, is that so? Okay. Yeah, see, I mean, anybody could, put a name in a title, act like a fucking crazy lunatic and get followers. I mean, that's pretty easy to do. But to me, like, I don't want to present that to the world. I have a kid. I do have a kid. I don't want to put myself out there as this fucking insane lunatic just because it's going to get me. I can't believe this. This stupid thing. I wish I could figure out why it does this. It's so annoying. Right, Alexandra. Like, I don't want that. Like, all right, I'm going to use JLR as an example. I remembered that guy. As soon as I saw him, I'm like, that's the guy from the Shanann Watts case. I remember him from the Chris Watts case. He was, doing all this weird shit. I remember there was a video I found on this channel. I forget what it was recently, but he was like, I don't know. He does this weird shit where he prints out like the victims or the killer's heads and puts it on like random things in his house. It's fucking weird, dude. It's fucking really weird. Right. And I was like, that's the guy. I remember him. And then he takes all those pictures with that like blank stare on his face. And it's just so creepy. And I was like, oh my God, dude, like, I don't know where people are getting these old videos from, but like that shit's not going away, dude. That shit's gonna follow you for the rest of your life now. Like, even if you changed, that shit's still gonna follow you everywhere you go, man. That's horrible. Like, I always thought the guy was on drugs, to be quite honest with you. I was like, is this guy on something? Like, because that's just fucking weird. Why are you printing out like Shanann Watts's head and putting it on like a stick or whatever? I remember he would like constantly post pictures with like Shanann's head and Chris's head on things. Like, what? Why? So odd to me. And then I'm like, he's just a troll. He's a real life troll. Like, he's trolling everybody here, this whole group was. And I don't know if it's for the attention. I'm not really sure what the motive is, but it's very weird and creepy. Yeah, the James Holmes doll. He made all these dolls. I saw some shit that I didn't even, find back then, like that holding up a white privilege card. Like, dude, that's not funny. That's not funny. I don't know if you're trying to be funny, but it's not funny. Like, it's not funny, dude. It's offensive. And it's very creepy, that blank look, dude. You really need to learn how to smile or do something. I don't know. But that blank look with your eyes like wide open as could be is fucking creepy, dude. It is very creepy and scary. Yeah. Why would you like divert James Holmes's his mail to your house, dude? That is fucking weird. That's so weird to me. I don't understand what the point of that is, even. What's the purpose of doing that? Like, really, what is the purpose? Oh, see you later, Liquid Sunshine. Thank you for coming. See, Betty Bullhorn, you don't want a MacBook. Look what it does. This is a $2,000 MacBook, and you see what's going on here? This shit's fucking annoying. JLR drove around Sandy Hook with Adam and Ryan Lanza puppets. Yes, like that's so weird. Why? I just don't. I didn't get it. I remember during the Watts case, I didn't get it, and I still don't get it. I don't get what that. I don't get what that means, dude. Like, do I believe that he changed his life around? No, I don't, because I think that he's still doing the same thing. He just kind of like switched up the way he does it, you know. He's the first to be arrested for this nonsense. I gotta be honest with you, I don't think he will be. I think she's more apt to get arrested, because she has I will give him this, he's not a yeller, really. I mean, she gets very triggered very quickly. Yes, Crazy Gemini. He's an ambulance chaser. That's what I thought of him back in the Chris Watts days. I was like, this guy is a total ambulance chaser. That's what he does. He's chasing ambulances. Very, very weird. Very, very weird. You know, and I don't find that. I don't know. I find it very strange. He's still doing the same thing, though, that he was doing. He's just not as creepy and weird, I guess. Because he was pretty creepy and pretty weird. I'm trying to think of what time I have to pick my son up. I think I have to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to end this, because I think I have to go get him. Anyway, yeah, let me end this. My computer's acting up anyway, but it was, of course, as per usual, so nice talking to everybody and hanging out with you guys. And thank you guys who super chatted me. I really, really, really appreciate it a lot. So, yeah, let me end this, because I gotta go get the little guy. And I'll see you guys next time. All right, I'm out. Don't forget to subscribe to Hummingbird's TikTok. It's in my about section if you missed it. Maybe if you stop, it says in there, your son. Okay. Now there's a new John Crimes thing. Okay. My son wouldn't be stuck in his class. He has to go to school, dude. What are you talking about? Idiot. All right. Oh, good Lord. All right. I'll see you guys. Somebody grab that link if they can. If anybody has a little thing. Oh, wait, I have it. Hold on. Let me grab this. He wouldn't be stuck.